My dear brothers and sisters, if we commit sin, there is a punishment. Our punishment doesn't come from God, but we will be punished by our own sins. The sin itself will punish us. The moment we commit sin, we are in the power of the Satan. We give ourselves in the power of him. And it is his decision. It is he who is punishing us. We read in the word of God, the thief comes to steal, destroy, and kill and destroy. So that he comes and destroys us. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, always remember, he is the one who is punishing us. Therefore, we need to obey the law of God, the commandment of God. Why the commandments are given? Commandments are given so that we will never fall into the power of the Satan. We will continue in the power of God. So commandments are not rules and regulation, but it is health and safety measures. God is giving us the protection. He is granting us his covering. So therefore, always remember, obey all the commandments. Even if you don't know the commandment, we have to know it because it is our existential problem. Let us read this word of God. Leviticus chapter 5 verse 17. Leviticus chapter 5 verse 17. If any of you sin without knowing it, doing any of the things that by the Lord's commandments ought not to be done, you have incurred guilt and are subject to punishment. This is something very important. Even if you commit a sin without knowing it, doing any of the things that by the Lord's commandments ought not to be done, you have incurred guilt and are subject to punishment. What does it mean? It means even the sin that we committed unknowingly, there is a consequence. If it was God who is punishing us, we could beg in front of God, God, please forgive me. It was a mistake. I did not know. I did not know the seriousness of this, and that's why I committed sin. Please forgive me. Then God would have forgiven us. But it is not God who is punishing us. It is the sin that is punishing us. It is the evil one who is in charge of the sin who is punishing us. He is waiting to catch us. He won't be bothered whether we commit sin knowingly or unknowingly. The sin will follow us. That is why Bible says very clearly, we should be aware of the law of God, commandment of God. We cannot say, I did not know. We may be able to say in front of the constitution of the country or the laws of the country, we may be ignorant, saying ignorant. But in front of God, in front of the commandment of God, these are our basic knowledge. This we should be aware of. And therefore, even this command of God is already written in our mind, in our conscience. Our own conscience will tell us, don't do this. But still, if we do it, we cannot justify ourselves and excuse ourselves. Therefore, please be very careful to know what is right and wrong, what is good and bad. Therefore, we have the Bible, we have the teachings, we have the teachers, and we have our parents, we have so many to help us. Make sure that you get all this help and correct yourself so that we may be in the power of God, no more in the power of the Satan.